the club shark, but that's too big to be in the
Maybe it should turn.
And I'm here to tell you a few facts about our penguins today. Here at Ripley's Aquarium in the Smokies, we have 30 African penguins. You heard that right? African penguins. These guys are found off the coast of southern Africa where it's a bit warmer. That's why you might notice that people in the exhibit are not wearing any extra layers. It's a pleasant 68 degrees or so inside the exhibit. The water that the penguins are in usually ranges from the low to mid 60s. Now we have a mix of male and female penguins. The boys have blue bands, the girls have red. They have their names on them, so they're easy to identify. But even without those name bands, we can still be able to identify them by the spots on their bellies. Those are like fingerprints unique to each individual penguin, and also by their personalities. These penguins do have their own unique personalities, just like people. Some are happy and outgoing, some are playful, some are shy, and some are just plain grumpy. Now, most of our penguins came to us not from the wild, but from other zoos and aquariums. We are accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, and African penguins are part of a species survival plan, or an SSP. This helps us make sure that the populations in managed care are self-maintained to the best of their abilities. That might mean that sometimes we have to switch out some of our friends and bring new ones in. This helps us make sure the genetic profile of all the members stays healthy. Now, a few of the penguins that didn't come to us from other zoos and aquariums were actually born here. Our youngest penguin is Smokey, who just turned 3 back in March. He was actually born here. And if you're wondering, our oldest penguin is Frank, who will turn 29 in December this year. In the wild, these penguins normally live to maybe the late teens or early 20s. In managed care, they can reach over 40 years old. Now, as you see, we have 2 members of our husbandry team in the exhibit with the penguins. One is doing the feeding and handling of the fish, while the other records who eats what. It's important we do this to track exactly what and how much every penguin eats. This lets us keep track of things like growth milestones and molting processes. It allows our vets to make sure that everyone is at a healthy weight, which for these birds is typically 5 to 6 pounds. They do receive monthly checkups to make sure they're growing properly. Now you may be wondering how the penguins eat if they don't have teeth. They actually swallow their food whole. They have those short beaks to catch the fish, and they also have fleshy barbs on the insides of their mouths and throats. This helps them grip and guide the fish down the hatch. You might notice occasionally some of the birds will spit a piece of fish back out. That's because they're spoiled, and sometimes we'll spit it back out if it goes down a little bit crooked. Now, keeping the fish down is important because our penguins have to eat 15 to 20% of their body weight each day. To put that into perspective, if you weighed 100 pounds, you would have to eat 80 quarter-pound cheeseburgers in a day, or 10 cheese pizzas. And of course, what goes in must come out. These birds poop once every 5 to 10 minutes. Might seem like a gross fact, but it's why they're actually an important part of the ecosystem. It facilitates the transfer of nutrients like nitrogen and carbon from the ocean to the land. Now, obviously, in the wild, these birds wouldn't be finding fish on land. They would have to go into the water. That could be a little bit tricky, but these penguins can swim up to 12 miles an hour, dive to depths of over 100 feet, and hold their breath for 2 minutes. Olympic swimmers swim at around 6 miles an hour, so these birds could literally swim laps around us. Now those fancy feathers, they're not great for flying, but they are excellent at helping the birds stay dry while they're in the water. The feathers and the green oil that they produce help keep the penguins waterproof. After the feeding, you might see some of these guys pecking at each other's faces. It's totally normal as they need a little help with grooming. And they move that oil from their preen glands at the base of their tail all the way up to their faces. And you might notice some of our birds look like they're having bad hair days. It happens to the best of us. If you notice a bird that looks like it's got a mullet, don't worry, they're going through what's known as their annual catastrophic mullet. This is where they lose all of their feathers all at once and then regrow them. In the wild, they would not be able to go into the water to feed during this time. So they would put on extra weight before they would go through this process. Well, our penguins do the same thing. When they start putting on a little extra weight, we know they're about to go through that catastrophic molting process. However, here they are fed throughout the entire process. In the wild, the penguins will have to spend time fishing or being cautious of predators. Well, here they don't have to worry about that, so they exhibit behaviors not commonly seen in the wild. The only reason these birds in the wild would go into the water would be to hunt fish for prey. Here, you see these birds going into the water, swimming and playing, and even interacting with guests. Another behavior in the wild, penguins are monogamous. However, in managed care settings, they have the option to not be. And speaking of going into the water and worrying about predators, that tuxedo pattern on these birds is a very effective form of camouflage known as counter shading. If they're in the water and a predator is looking down from above, that black back blends in with the ocean floor. Shrimp, krill, squid, clams, and then even bok choy.
You said you grill, but it's on the grill.
That's right. Even fish eat their vegetables.
It's from 10
Now it looks like Audrey here is about done feeding. You are welcome to come up here and interact with her. Give her a high five, have a picture made. I will be here to answer any questions you have. And we'll thank you for joining us this afternoon here at Aquarium of the Smokies. Thank you all.
She's like behind that rock. She's hiding. Oh, I put my finger in front of the thing, sorry. Is she like scrubbing something? I can't tell what she's doing. Put your hand up. Wave.
I am. It's hard, but
Aww. Just high-fiving the kids.